Hey y'all, it's Betsy with Happily Ever After Etc. and welcome back to another cruise video. Today we are in Villa Vanuatu in Australia, and it is a small port. It doesn't even look like there's much to do. A lot of people going to the beach, taking little transfers. So we're gonna get off. We're gonna go see if there's anything to do close to the port. It is, as of yet, a little cooler than it was yesterday when we were in Santo, and it was so hot I was literally melting into a puddle on the dock. So we will see. We have 3 beach swimming excursions planned on this entire journey, so we probably won't do an extra beach. I just burn. You can see right here, we were in the sun for an hour yesterday and I started burning. So this may be a very short video, but we're gonna go see what there is to do. Looks like there's a few places to get off the ship all along. Not quite sure what's in that big building, but there are a lot of little vans and cars. Quite a few people coming up to this little set of tents, getting in the white cars and headed off to what I assume is the beach. So let's go find out. If you do decide to take a taxi or a transfer that is not Carnival or related to the ship that you're on, just be careful on some of these little islands. Quite a few people yesterday who took a taxi and they paid for both ways. They were supposed to be dropped off and picked up, and their taxi drivers never came back to get them. They had to find a different way back to the ship. So just keep that in mind anywhere you travel, but especially here where everything is a little more relaxed, a little more island time. You don't want to get left. You don't want to miss the boat. Let's go see what there is to do. All right, off the ship. We're just still not 100% sure. There is a nice pirate you can take a photo with. Very industrial port. So here's the building you can walk through. It does look like it is just a building, which means the vans or taxis will be all the way down there, but there are quite a few people walking this way. We'll go see if there's anything over there. Kind of doubt it, but you never know. All right, so we're at the end of the line. It looks like a little visitor center. And we've talked to a couple people along the way, including these nice gentlemen.
They're excitable.
Very excitable. Yeah. Looks like main options are a taxi or a water taxi to a duty-free store or a resort or a beach. So I'm not 100% sure we want to do any of that. Mom's gonna get some info and some maps.
So it's kind of mixed French, English, Pishlama. And we all speak Pishlama. But then we have our own mother tongue languages in the islands. One island has more than 10 languages. And then we do things very differently. So the museum is a good tour, okay? And then you go to the museum, and then the convention center, and then the Queen markets, the vegetable market. Have a look at what fruits and veggies we have and flowers. And then you'll see women over here. This is the main pick-up and drop-off by taxis, water taxis and buses. You'll see women set up in tents. They also do hair braiding and passport stamping. Some people like to have the passport stamp as souvenir. Okay. And then another option is we have 5 duty-free shops in town. The yellow building over there is the biggest. And then there's another duty-free shop here called Barry's Shopping. And just next door to it is a boutique from Tahiti. It's a very good tour, boutique. Have a look at what they have. They have nice oils and perfumes from Tahiti and sarongs hand-painted from Tahiti. And then there's bottle shop and sound center Prouds. And then the cathedral over there. And then the Elliot driver will take you to a lookout. It's just somewhere here. It's a very nice lookout where you can have a look at the city from up there. And then tell your driver to take you to Tana Plaza, the biggest mall in town, very clean. Have a lot of boutiques in there. Okay. And then if you want to have, I don't know, seafood something option, waterfront. Now move to food now. Waterfront, the two lobsters and fish, and live music. At Ofare, we have a French restaurant over here called Ofare. They do seafood platter and Vanuatu beef. And also Rossi restaurant, they also do seafood.
Thank you.
So that's one option for you to do a city tour.
Okay, y'all. Decided to do a water taxi. I'm gonna go across and see how it goes. We've got a whole little group here. All right, there he goes. We just got off the boat. You can see there's lots of water taxis here. Found some shopping. You can walk around town. Need to get a new what?
A new film thing cover.
Whatever that means. Hello. And then once we're done, we'll just get a water taxi back.
What do you think?
I think you should get two.
Kind of small for my head.
No, thank you. Good morning. All right, we're leaving the market and we're walking down to more duty-free shops down here. You can see we came in on the water taxi in the open market right there. So far, everybody in the shops has been really nice, but the taxi fellas are very pushy. They will hound you, so just be prepared for that. Oh no. I like all the hanging bats. Don't know what you do with them though.
It looks nice to two or three together.
You're very pretty. Headed back to the ship. Time to get off the boat. All right, y'all, so here are the water taxis. We came earlier. You can see right down here is the port. You can go in and out. It was crazy earlier. Like, literally fighting your way through people trying to get you to take a taxi. And I don't know how much a taxi was, but the water taxis were $5 Australian each, one way. And from the people we talked to, it was the safer way to go because they have a designated pickup and drop off. So when we were ready to come back, we just went to the pickup, got right back on a water taxi and came back. It's definitely less traumatic with all the people here. This was packed with taxis earlier. It was very, very close to the edge. There's the boat. What tree? Yeah, it's roots, I guess. Whew. Looks like quite a few of the people over here have dispersed, so it'll be easier to get back in. I'm not joking when I say this entire area, all the way out to the taxis, was wall-to-wall taxi people this morning. Ugh. There are police on the other side who kind of helped, but it's a lot. Just stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open. Watch your valuables. You'll be fine. But water taxis were definitely the safer way to go. So I'm glad we got that tip. We're going to go back to the ship and cool off. And then we'll be back to tell you about the day. All right, y'all. So as you can see, we are back on the ship. It is actually the next day because we got too distracted yesterday to finish this video. But we are sailing now. It's a sea day, so we are officially gone from Vanuatu. It was a good day. It was a little intimidating at times.
Oh, yeah.
I think Mom said that the people at Vanuatu were the pushiest people we've come across. And a lot of times when you're on these islands, the locals are following you, pushing you, saying, oh, do you need a taxi? Oh, do you need a tour? Oh, do you want to buy whatever it is they're selling?
They wait for the cruise ships. Mm-hmm. So if there's not a ship that day, they might not get any money that day.
Exactly.
So this is their main source of income. I remember we did a tour one time and the young man said if he didn't hear the ship come in, he didn't even get out of bed. Nope. He just stayed in and slept late and took it easy. And if he heard the ship horn, he would get up and hop on his bicycle and bike I think it was, he said 10, 15 miles to the port miles, yeah. So that he could run a tour for the day. Mm-hmm. And that tour was booked, I think, through Viator, not through Carnival. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely, something that was pre-booked, but obviously they're not telling the tour guides all the time. Well, and maybe when the weather's not good either.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a beautiful island. I definitely think taking a water taxi was the way to go. We met a few Australians who had said that was the safer option than taking a taxi that might not come back for you or leave you in a part of town where new taxis are not readily available to come back to port. It's definitely too long of a walk from the port to the town. It was a 15-minute
water taxi.
Ride on the water taxi straight there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of people that we've talked to did excursions, and it sounds like the excursions were fun. There was a few that went to another Blue Lagoon. There was a Blue Lagoon at Santo, too, so that seems like a popular destination down here in Vanuatu. There was a mud bath. There was an excursion with horseback riding through the Blue Lagoon that I really wanted to do, but Mom's not big on horses. Mm-hmm. So whether you are, doing an excursion or you're on your own, just be careful, be vigilant. Even when we were walking through the market. We ended up only purchasing a couple things, but make sure you have cash, specifically Australian cash here in Vanuatu.
Yeah, and small bills.
Small bills. You don't want to be giving them, you know, a 50 or 100 because they will be like, oh, thank you, all for me. And there was a gentleman with iguanas.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if you've been to any islands, you know, it's the similar with parrots or monkeys. They'll come over and try to put them on you and then charge you for photos.
Take a picture.
Typically, they will tell you up front
how much
they want, and you can say yes or no. This guy just kept putting his iguanas on everyone. And then after you took a photo saying, oh, this is how I make my living. Please give me money. And I just said,
he chased us down the next
aisle. And I'm just said, I'm so sorry.
You should have said
You should have said that to begin with. You didn't, and I didn't agree to give you any money. And if I'd had some, maybe I would have given him some, but I didn't. I don't bring cash to these places, and Mom doesn't pay for anything like that.
I'm more stingy with my cash.
Yes.
But no, he didn't ask for money. And if he had told us,
he had even said up front five Australian dollars. That's not much American. I would have probably given him $5. I always like to take photos with animals. It's one of my favorite things to do.
But he did not. So I thought, okay, he's just trying to get you into his booth. And no.
So just keep that in mind if you do want a photo with the iguanas, or if he has any other animals. I only saw iguanas. He will eventually want money, which honestly I'm not surprised by. I am surprised he didn't bring it up to begin with. Mm-hmm. I will also say that it is February right now, so it is the middle of summer down here. And despite putting on lots and lots of sunscreen, we both got sunburned.
I got terribly sunburned.
Keep that in mind. We were literally only off the boat for 2 hours, and we both got red.
I then went to the pool.
Mom got sunburned at the pool, which is her own fault.
But that wasn't the part on bad sunburn. The bad part of my sunburn is from under my shirt down, like
her arms,
like here down.
And that was from definitely walking around outside.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to especially be out for a full day excursion, bring your sunscreen.
The sun is so intense.
You will bring a hat. You're going to want to put new sunscreen on. But we are done with Vanuatu. Next up is Fiji.
Mm-hmm.
We will probably bring hats this time, and we will see what there is to see. In the meantime, we're going to go do something on the ship. It's a sea day, so we'll see y'all later.
Already went to brunch.
Yes, we always do sea day brunch. That is the most exciting part of the morning.
Yes.
We found a duck, so far, it's a good day.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.